Alright, welcome to Unit 9, Lesson 1. This is going to be Part B, the second part of your assignment. In order to do the assignment, you need to have done Part A. So if you have yet to finish Part A, you should go back and finish Part A first, and then come back here. However, this is going to be due. Both assignments are due no later than 3 p.m. today, April 23rd. That is Thursday, April 23rd. Alright, so in this lesson, we're going to look at something called health claims, right? Have you ever been in the grocery store and you looked at something that says, oh, it's low fat, it's low calorie, or it's low sodium? Well, we're going to see if the recipe that we did yesterday qualifies or if any of these things. So, in question 1, it says health claims. For a meal to be considered low calorie, it must have 120 calories or less per 100 grams of food. To be low fat, it must have 3 grams of fat or less per 100 grams of food. And to be low sodium, it must have 140 milligrams of sodium or less per 100 grams of food. Alright, so does the meal you chose in the previous activity yesterday meet the requirements to be considered low calorie, low fat, or low sodium? So what I notice in all of these is it's asking for grams of food. Well, we didn't figure out our grams of food yet, so that's what I'm going to do first. First, I'm going to convert all of my totals from Part A to grams of food. So here we are. I have my Part A up here, and if you turned yours in, I did return it to you with a grade, so you're good to go. You don't have to submit it again, but you will now have access to it. So in order to figure out how many grams of food, I'm going to look at the amount, because this is going to be the easiest for me to convert. So I'm going to go right here. So I have 1 pound of chicken. So underneath here, I'm going to put the grams of food. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to open another tab of my browser, and I'm going to write pounds to grams. And it's going to come up with this right here, converter. Okay, so I know that 1 pound will equal 453.59. Okay, so my first one is 453.59 grams. Alright, now I'm going to do my sliced carrots. My sliced carrots are in cups. Okay, and I know that 1 cup equals 8 ounces. Okay, 1 cup equals 8 ounces. I'm going to write this right up here so you can see that. But 1 cup equals 8 ounces. Okay, and another conversion I'm going to give you is 16 ounces equals 1 pound. Okay, so then I could say that this 1 cup is going to be half of this number, right? So it's going to be 222.09. Okay, use a calculator. You don't have to do it in your head like I did. Okay, so this is going to be also 222.09, right? Because it's 1 cup. Now this one is a half of this. Right? So that's going to be 111.05, and that was rounding. I was rounding there. Okay, let's go down here. Alright, so now I have a 3rd cup. Well, that's a little harder for me to do in my head, so I'm going to go back to this, right? I'm going to go to calculator. 453 is up in decimals, so I have a calculator, right? So 453.59, and I want to divide that by 3, right? Because it's 3rd cups. That's divided into 3 equal parts. So we'll call that 151.2. 151.2. This is the same thing again, a 3rd cup, so 151.2. Another 3rd cup. 151.2. Alright, a 1/4 a teaspoon. I don't know how many ounces that is, so let's see. So 1/4 teaspoon, 2 ounces. So a US teaspoon is 0.04 ounces, right? So that means that it is 4 out of 16 pounds. Let's go 4 divided by 16. Oh, it's 0.04, so this is going to be point. No, it can't be. Let's see. Let me think about this. It's not even an ounce. It's. Oh, then let's just do ounces. Change this from pounds to ounces. Can we do that? Bam. Yeah, we can. 0.04. So this is 1.13. 1.13. 1.13. And guess what? This is going to be the same thing. 1.13. Alright, so this is going to be 1 3/4 cup, right? 1 3/4 cup. So 3/4 of 16 ounces. So 175 is 14 ounces. Okay. Let's go back to ounces. It's not liquid ounces. 14.2 ounces. Okay. Ounces to grams. Okay. 14.02. 397. 397.46. Alright, this is 2/3, right? This is 16 divided by 3. So 10.66, because it's 2 of them, 2/3. So we got 302 ounces. And then 2 9-inch pie crusts. Well, I don't actually know. But if I go back down in here, I go back to my greens. And you could have done this for all of them if you want. I just wanted to make it as easy as possible. Greens. Go to the top. Pie crust, bam. 1. And it is 229 grams. So there's 2 of them. Right? 2 of them. So this will be a total of 229 times 2. 458 grams. Alright. Alright, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to add up all my grams here and then I'll come back to you, okay? Okay, so now we're here and I added up all my grams right here. So I put that number right in here for my charts from part A. I divided it by 8 to my grams per serving. Why 8? Because my recipe had 8 servings. Yours might have something different. And then I also just recorded this number down here, this 447 for the calories. So the claim is that if it's low calorie, it must have 120 calories or less per 100 grams of food. Okay, so I'm going to bring this out. Okay, so I'm going to make a proportion because I believe that's going to be the easiest thing for me. So in here I'm going to do, I had 300 and, what was it, 3, let me go back and look again. I forgot already. So you had 336.63. So 336.63. and the calories were 447, right? And I need that to equal, for every 120 calories, this has to be less than 100, okay? So I'm going to leave it blank, even though I want it to be less than 100, I'm going to leave it blank for now, and I'm just going to go ahead and put an X, okay? And I'm going to do these two, remember, 447x, 447x, and that's going to equal whatever these multiply to. Alright, so 336.63 times 120 equals 40, and I used a calculator, so please use a calculator. 95.6, okay? And to find my answer, I'm just going to divide each side by 447. 447. And that equals, x will equal 90.37, okay? So I could say that this recipe is low calorie because that number is under 100, correct? All right. So then here I'm going to write low calorie. It had 90.37 grams of food. Per 120 calories. Okay. And then for the remainder, the low fat and the low sodium, I can go back into my tables and I can add up. I already have the grams of food, so I'm all set on that, right? But I can add up. This tells me my fat and the sodium per these food. Okay, so make sure that we are calculating them correctly and that we're going to add them into our document. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to be all set to go into the next selection, which is to do this again. But this time I'm adding the calories, the fat, and the sodium, ingredients, and all this. And you can either use a recipe from the link above, or you can create your own recipe. Now, because this assignment is a little more open-ended, you may need to drop in for some help today. So please utilize office hours between 9 and 9:40 with Cusick, or 1 and 1:40 with me. Also, sending me a quick message is valid too.